Welcome, pals, to another episode of the Your Random Pal channel. And today, let's go car shopping, because I am at one of the coolest adult toy stores on the planet. I'm talking about Duncan Imports and Classics out here in Christiansburg, Virginia. And this place is well known for their JDM car collection, but they also have classic American cars for those who like the classic American ones as well. They've got a ton of cars in here, a ton of inventory. I've been here before, back in 2018. That was before I was YouTubing, but I'll put some pictures of my first visit at the end of this video. Anyway, let's take a tour of this place. All right, so we are inside, and as you can see, this is huge. It's like a big warehouse, almost, full of cars. I mean, they're just lining the rows here, all over the place. And there's a picture on this, Mr. Gary Duncan, the owner of Duncan Imports there. So let's take a gander at all these beautiful rides. Some of these cars, I'm not going to even know what they are. This one, look at this. It's like, I know it's European. It's the Lamborghini. I think this is the Islero. Man, what a cool ride right here. There we go. Islero, I was right. 1968. If you want to learn more about these cars and price and stuff, go on their website. This is something, I don't know that I've ever seen a Lamborghini Islero before. Look at where the emergency brake is, right up against the console on the side there. Sometimes I've seen like emergency brakes right up against the door, but that one's a new one on me. And that back end, man, it's really cool. Little tailpipes just sticking out like that. So you can find Euros, JDM, American Classics, kinds of cool stuff. And he's got another Lamborghini over here, the 400 GT 2+2. It's got those wire wheels on it. You literally do not know what you'll find at this place. I mean, it's like me. I like obscure stuff, and this is one of the best places to come to find cars for sale that are obscure. I mean, you got a Messerschmitt right here. Little German car, two-seater. Got one person sits behind the other person. So Jaguar E-Type. They even got some boats in here. I don't know if they're for sale or not. Well, this thing is very interesting. I don't know. Like it almost looks like it's a steam-powered setup there. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but it kind of looks like it. Now, I would say most of these cars in here are for sale. There may be some cars in here that are part of Gary Duncan's own personal collection. But if they are for sale, you should be able to see them on the website. If they're not for sale, you probably won't see them on the website. This one here, this is an old school Toyota Celica. Now this one's not JDM, as you can see the steering wheel's on the left-hand side there. But man, it's so cool to see something that maybe back in its time was more commonplace, and now it really stands out amongst these modern cars that drive on the roads today. We got papers in the windshield. This one's a 73. I don't see the price on the paper. You just have to refer to the website for prices. We got this is like a beautiful purple Porsche right here. 1992 911 Carrera. Oh, a Sunbeam Tiger. This one's got the price on the windshield here. Even come as a tiger. I guess that comes with the car. A little tiger plush stuffed animal there. And another one. Beautiful, beautiful Tigers. Now, I do want to say that Duncan Imports, they used to have a location out in Nashville, Tennessee area, and I've been to that. I made a video on that, but that place has since closed up, so the Christiansburg location is the only one around. The Nashville location closed up due to a business partner passing away, unfortunately. So you got to come to the Virginia location if you want to check out the Duncan collection. Anyway, let's keep on going. Got Corvettes for the Corvette lovers. These C2s, that's my favorite generation of Corvettes. I'm sure a lot of y'all out there watching. That's yours as well. This one's very low mileage right here. 31,394. Modern Corvette. Got a Mitsubishi. It's a Lancer. This one's a 99 Evo 6, and it's right-hand drive. You come in here, you might find cars in left-hand and right-hand drive. I know on my first visit, I found the Acura NSX, or the Honda NSX, as it's called in Japan. They don't use Acura in Japan. But they had a left-hand drive Acura NSX and a right-hand drive Honda or NSX. When I came here the first visit. Here we got the FD RX-7, SS Camaro, it's got the racing harness in it, got a roll bar, and set up for drag racing for sure. This old school Toyota pickup. I've had two of these pickups. I had both of them were red. One was more of a maroon color. But I love these short bed trucks, Tacomas. I love those type trucks. This one's a stick shift. Other than the collar, it was set up a lot like my old red one. Standard cab. Got a Land Rover. It's a bit modern. A lot of the stuff in here is classic, but that one's a bit modern. Looks like they got a lot more Euros in here since last time. When I was in here before, they didn't have too many Euros, but looks like they've expanded their Euro collection. There's another RX-7. The last generation that we got over here. This is a Ferrari Mondial, I believe. Yep, Mondial 1991. Take a look at that. Got the gated shifter. Classic Ferrari red. And here's an Alfa Romeo. You've probably never seen, maybe some of y'all have heard of this before. This is a Stevio, I think it's what it's called. Nope. Yeah, Zagato. Zagato, my bad. It's a Zagato. That's pretty cool looking on the inside. It's definitely got a unique look to it. Whether you like it or not, it stands out. I think they went a bit overboard with these little square headlights in the front. What do y'all think? And next we have a DeLorean. I remember last time I was here they had a DeLorean, maybe even two DeLoreans. 1981. They got a vehicle they're running through here. Now, as big as this one room is, you can probably see some doors down yonder. There's more rooms full of cars. It's not just this. And here we go with some, apparently these are Mazda trucks. Yeah, they got the old Mazda logo, rotary engine. It's a pair of them. You could have a his and hers. You got a girlfriend or a wife. You want to drive the trucks around. There's one for both y'all. And I was not familiar, honestly, of the trucks being rotary powered. I knew their little sports cars were rotary powered. And take a look at this rotary engine from both sides here. This one's a 77. There's a Prowler. These things may start going up in value soon. Who knows? I mean, 38 grand. This is kind of one of those things that they didn't make a whole lot of. They were niche when they came out. You know, if you like the old street rods and stuff, you don't see these much anymore. When they were new, you kind of saw some here and there, but you rarely see them anymore. And they got a pair of them. It's like they have a pair of those Mazda trucks, both in black. You got a old school BMW. We got a Volkswagen Corrado G60. Friend of mine back home has got a red one. Looks just like this. He might have different wheels on his, I can't remember. But same color. And what do we have here? MVS. Here's one that's I don't know if this one's stumping me or not. Kind of looks like what they call a Venturi. It's got a mid-mounted engine. It says MVS everywhere. That I am not familiar with, but it kind of looks like it's an obscure car called a Venturi. Let's see if it says on the back here anything else. Venturi. Ah, I was right. I don't know what MVS stands for, but I guess the car, right? Know my obscure cars very well. And this Honda van, wow, this is so cool. Just looking at this thing. I mean, price is very reasonable on it. Love the interior. This is a cute little van right here. Looks pretty roomy too. The engine's I don't know if you can see with the blur, but they got the engine cover off. I mean, you don't have any seats on the back here, but it's pretty roomy. Put some seats or haul some cargo, and the engine's right there, kind of mounted in the middle of the van. Outside, it's really cool looking. It looks really nice shape. Those wheels are incredibly small on this thing. It looks smaller than my Mazda Carol. We got a beautiful Willis Jeep right here. This one is a 1950 Jeepster. Got the column shifter. Convertible. And this thing had some style to it. Look at that hubcap. This is one of those things you need to mark on your list of things to do. Come out to Duncan Imports and just check out all these beautiful cars in person. I mean, it's like going to a car museum, but even better, these cars are for sale. You can actually buy them. You better not take your wife. If you're married, you better not take your wife. She might not want you coming home with another car, because you see all these cars in here, you're probably about to get your checkbook out, get the cash out of the ATM or something, and buy you one of these rides. Got some nice pinstriping on this old street rod here. Looks like old Willis. Yep, 38 Willis pickup truck. There you go. Come around back, you can see it's a pickup truck. Get some nice artwork on the tailgate. And here's an old antique ride. It's old Chevy. This thing looks pretty original. Most of the time you see these old cars from the 20s and 30s, people have turned them into street rods, but not this one. This one looks like it's pretty untouched. Kind of like a barn find or something. Here we got a racy pickup truck. Look at that. It's a big exhaust on a small little truck. Take a look at the engine. You can see it's a Subaru. These mini trucks are really popular these days. You can make a lot of use out of them, especially if you have a farm. Take a look on the inside here. Looks pretty clean on the inside. What do we have here? It's a Mazda truck, but it's a right-hand drive Mazda truck. And Mazda had that one truck, it was like a rebranding of the Ford Ranger. This one's a 98 Proceed. I think it was what the, was it the B210? That was like the Mazda version of the Ford Ranger back in the day. We got a, this is a beautiful Datsun. Look at that. Beautiful chrome hubcaps. I mean, this thing is classic right here. AM, FM radio, or it says FM on the buttons. I don't know. I think it'd have AM too. Little bitty tiny motor in this thing, but man, this thing has got style and personality. It's a Datsun 1200 pickup. There's the price if you're interested. Some of these vehicles do have the prices marked on the windshield. Some of them don't. Oh, here's an oddball one. I don't even know what this one is. If you're into wagons, they got some wagons out here. Some people are. You know, this is a Toyota Corona. Okay. Now watch out for that Corona, right? This one's a cool Corona though. This is a car. This is a Corona that you want to have. It's a Mark II Corona. Like they even got extra set of wheels on it. But man, this is a cool Corona right here. Unlike the Virus we had a couple years ago. It's one sweet wagon. Now here we go. It's a obscure British car, TVR. It's got the hood that opens backwards. And take a look at this. I want to point this out. Look where the spare tire is mounted. Right under the hood. TVRs are a very rare car. I've seen maybe one or two around Louisville, kind of from the 80s. But when you get into the 90s, they got some really radical designs, let me tell you. Here we got a Chevy 3100 from back in the 50s. This one's a 55 It's got this kind of flat greenish color to it. It's got cup holders on the inside. A modern steering wheel. If you come to this place, you'll be in car heaven, that's for sure. Your kids like JDM and you like the American stuff, well, I got something for everybody. That's what I love about this place. It's old Subaru, four-wheel drive turbo. This is the, I think it's the XT something. It's one of those Subaru models you don't really see anymore from the 80s. It's a right-hand drive version. This one is called the Alcone. I think the US version was the XT something, if I recall correctly. So they did have a US version. We got an old MGA. I love the style on these old MGAs. They're so cool and elegant. When I first started looking for my first car, one of the first cars I looked at was a red 59 MGA. I just loved the style, and back then it was pretty cheap. They have gone up a bit in price. There's a 61 here. I remember the 59 that I looked at was in an Arby's parking lot with a for sale sign on it. It had a heater as an option. Nowadays, even air conditioning is standard, but back then a heater was even optional. Next up, we got a Lotus. You know, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm big on the Lotus cars. I have an orange Elise. It's been an awesome car for me. I've had it more than 11 years now. This one here is one of these old Elans. You got Lotus on the engine there. Such a beautiful car. And what do we got up next? Another little pickup truck. Datsun. This one's a 1600 Datsun, 1971. Got a matching interior and exterior color with black. And I think this is a, what is this? A Lisa. Okay. First I was thinking this is like a Subaru product. Maybe it is. I don't know. No, Daihatsu. Daihatsu Lisa. I think there's something similar called a Subaru Vivio. Don't hold me to that, but maybe it's the same size or something. Spider is a convertible. Turbo, EFI, electronic fuel injection. Daihatsu's not a brand you hardly ever see in the US. I remember way back in the day seeing some of the Daihatsu Rockies. And this one you can pick up for a reasonable price if you're into these little bitty cars. And this is really unique. I've been here before. They got quite a few hearses. If you're into something a little bit more macabre, they got some hearses out here, but this is like a pickup truck hearse. Now last year I did a video on a show called Hearse Mania. Just a show, a gathering for people that like hearses or professional cars, which is flower cars, ambulances, or limos. So this would be a neat vehicle to take to Hearse Mania, or even there's another one called Hearse Fest. You see this right-hand drive. And take a look at how ornate the back end is. All this beautiful wood carving and stuff. Now they had different styles to these hearses depending on, I think, the region. But there's a difference in styles if you look at the hearses, the back ends and stuff. of how they're designed. I think it's region specific in Japan. It's called a Nissan Junior 2000. And I did not even know this vehicle existed. I don't think I've even seen one without the hearse configuration. But that is really, really cool. Apparently it's a 1979. Next up, we got the old square body Silverado. It's an 83. Give you a little bit of a closer look at it. Just nice two-tone on this. Very large bed. And here is a very oddball vehicle. Now the back end of this reminds me a bit of my Mazda Carol, what they call the cliff cut roof. It's got a slant to it. I want to say this is a Toyota. Wheel VI, I believe it's a Toyota. A four-door vehicle. Yep, Toyota Wheel VI. Something we never got over here. Imagine people in the U.S. driving around this thing. It's got a pretty cool looking dash. I gotta admit that the interior is pretty cool looking. It's just funny looking. Alright, let's go back up this row here. This one is sold here. It's old Toyota Celica. Got the very prominent fender mirrors, which a lot of Japanese cars, older ones, had. And look at that interior there. That looks like something out of an 80s family room or something. Toyota Celica XX. I don't know what the XX stood for. It's got the mud flaps. Nice clean looking car. Man. Somebody's taking home a prize. That's a really cool one to take to Cars and Coffee. Next up we got a Mazda. You can see the Mazda has the fender mirrors. My little 69 Mazda Carol has fender mirrors as well. It's got a rotary engine. Now my Nissan Pal, which the channel is named after, it does not have the fender mirrors, but some Nissan Pals do, which is kind of odd. I've seen them with and without fender mirrors. And take a look at this. They got these like cloth things on the headrest portions of the seats. You'll see that in some of these old Japanese vehicles, especially the ones from like the 80s. And this one here, it's a Mazda Limited Rotary Cosmo. Cosmo, that's the model name. We got a Buick. This is old school Buick Roadmaster wagon. Basically a wagon version of the Caprice. Another wagon. So if you're a wagon person, it's a Volkswagen here. It's a Golf wagon. 1998 Golf wagon. A nice looking front end with those round headlights on it. And here's like a little beach cruiser looking deal. It's kind of fugly looking. A little spare tire on the front. 1971 Honda Vamos. Right-hand drive. No carpeting. Easy to clean out, I guess. It's got a little truck bed in the back with a tailgate. So you can tailgate, you can haul stuff, you can take the top off and enjoy the beach. Little tiny rims on it. We got the V8 G-Wagon, or Wagon, Mercedes made. It's 2000 G990, something like that. This is if you want something on par with the Land Rover crowd. Oh, G500. I think they make a G90 or something, but this is G500. I know they make a two-door version of the Mercedes G-Wagon. This one's a four-door. I think the two-door one's extremely rare. Next up, we got a old Ford. This one's really nice, original condition. So you can see it's not been turned into a street rod. And this also looks relatively, I mean, like it's been restored and stuff. Very clean looking. We got an Italian stallion right here. This is an Alfa Romeo. You can see the four-leaf clover on it. It says Alfa right there. Got a 16-valve twin spark engine in it. There's the price on this one. See if we can get the Alfa logo right there. This is a Spider, Alfa Romeo Spider. Give you a look on the inside here. And this is a 1997 year. Next up, we got a low to the ground square bodies, a GMC. Got an extra set of Chevy rims in the back here, even an old school Coca-Cola cooler. There's bright red cloth interior, even got the cover on the dash. Lots of room under the hood here. Now we got another twin pair. Looks like that's kind of a theme in this place. Is we got twins of cars. These ones got different rims on them. Let's see what these are. This is a 1989 Toyota Soarer. It's got no, it don't have back seats. Little two-seater deal. Almost looked like it had back seats. The window's a little dark in it. As you can see, though, it's got plenty of storage room behind the back seats there, though. And here we go. This is something really cool if you're an AMC person or you like something really odd and different. The AMC Eagle. And then these are, a lot of these are 4x4s. Let's see if this one is or not. This is 82. Got red tinted windows, which is very unusual. Matches the car, though. The only other time I've really seen red tinted windows is on drag cars. Okay, this is a four-wheel drive. I don't know that all of them are four-wheel drive, but that is one of the noteworthy features of the AMC Eagle. Is a car with four-wheel drive. And it sets up kind of high, too. Very, very stylish in some ways. Next up, we got a Subaru. I can tell by the logo right here. Old star logo. And it's got a spare tire under the hood. Small engine, but that tire takes up a lot of space. This is an 84 Subaru DL. It's a wagon. This one's left-hand drive. And here we have the Subaru Royale. This is a four-wheel drive, both of them. Which Subaru is known for having four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive vehicles. This one here is a 1992, 29,000 actual miles, and look at the price. The price matches the miles. And here we have the Pontiac Solstice's brother, the Saturn Sky, built on the same platform. Which Saturn, the brand, is just like Pontiac, is a defunct brand, or orphan brand, you could say. This is a 2007. I know the last of the Pontiacs are 2010 year. I think Saturn ended in 2009. They could have had a 2010 year, but this one here is a 2007. I skipped over these walking through here, but we got a BMW over here. I'll take a look at real quick. And this one over here, JDM, I want to say it's a Mazda, I don't know. Come around back here. It should, Mazda Cosmo, Unos. Not familiar with that logo style, that was kind of throwing me off. Mazda made the Cosmo. Alright, back to this row over here. We got the RX-7. There's quite a few RX-7s in here of this last generation, which is popular with the Fast and the Furious crowd. 1993. As they were prominently featured in the movie. And here we got the old school Swedish Saab. This is a 9.3 convertible. Saab used to be partners with GM. GM has long abandoned Saab. These are kind of a niche vehicle. And from what I understand, they were popular with people that were architects for some reason. They're kind of an oddball these days. Usually if you see one, you see a couple of them in the same area, and then you don't see any more for a long time. Here's a old Chevy. This one looks it's pretty original here. I like the bow tie on the center caps there. It's a very simple, simplistic engine there. And here we have the Nissan. This one would be the Fairlady, your 300ZX. Right-hand drive one. And this one's a bit of a oddball one. Look at that emblem right there. Let's see what this is. It's got a crown on it. I guess it's a Toyota. It's Crown Deluxe. Yep, it's a Toyota. It's kind of what I was thinking of. I saw that crown emblem, but it didn't say Toyota up front. It's very roomy four-door, like family sedan from back in the day. And we got another old antique Ford here. I love these old radiator caps. They're so stylish. Those and the hood ornaments they put on cars back in the day. And there's one of those old horns that probably goes ahooga. Got some modern rims on it. You can see there's the original tire there. There's a spare. And it's got a modern update to this one. On the outside, Looks original except for the rims. You go on here, look at the automatic shifter, look at the steering wheel and stuff. Well, this one is has been updated some, let's just say. And here we got a car in a bubble, Porsche, like a Porsche from the 80s. You got several Porsches right here in a row. Let's look at this, like a dark orange Porsche here. I'm moving the car around. White Porsche. And here's the classic Porsche. It's like the 356. It's 356 Roadster. There's the price on this car. Usually you see these in silver, so this is a change of pace. They have this cream color with these dark red rims. It's an interesting combination of colors there. And here we have a Fiat Barchetta. Barchetta stands for little boat, just so y'all know. Ferrari even had a Barchetta model. This one's a 1999 Fiat Barchetta. It's my first time seeing one in person. I knew about these. They also have a Fiat Coupe, which is really cool looking too. They may have one in here, but Fiat made a car called the Coupe, which is a very radical type of styling, just like this one here. Cool little sports car. And next up, Alfa Romeo sports car here. Look how the shifter is placed. Kind of sticks out right at you instead of sticking up. This one is a 1988 Spider Quadrifoglio. We got a Caddy. We got a couple of these Caddies. We got modern deals here. Just take a look at this one real quick here. 2002. So if you have more modern taste, you like luxury, you got some of these here. Mercedes. Let's see what year this Mercedes is. This is a 2012. And here we got a Mitsubishi. It's like the Diamante wagon version, VR4. Might have called it something else. This is a JDM. Can't read. Right, the writing is kind of faded on the sticker, but it's Legnum. I don't know if I'm even saying that right, but it looks like a Diamante in the front. Now I will say, for those of you that aren't aware, on these imported cars, the import rule by federal safety and emission standards is 25 years. So that's kind of the in general rule to get a car from another country, is it has to be at least 25 years or older. I mean, there's some exceptions out there, but they can be kind of gray areas or hoops to jump through to get anything newer into this country where you can drive. So as far as imported cars, stuff that wasn't sold in the U.S., 25 years is the rule. Now, states, the individual states can have their own set of rules on cars. So it's always best, if you're wanting one of these imported cars, to check with your local and state laws. Make sure that you can register the car in your place of residence. And this is a beautiful looking Z car right here. Fairlady Z, you can see on there. And this would be the 370, the modern version. This one is 2009. Kind of has a look like a shark to me. And here is like a very new, the 400Z. I've only seen like 2 of these basically around my hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. So this is a car that you really you never see. It may be kind of a flop for Nissan, but you never know. In the future, this could be worth a lot of money if they don't sell or make a whole lot of these. 2023. Let me know in the YouTube comments below if you've seen these cars on the streets in your neck of the woods, because I haven't hardly seen any of them. And you know, the 350s and the 370Zs and the Infinity versions, I mean, they were really popular. You see them all over the place, especially the Nissan 350Zs. But you never see these modern Nissan Z cars. Next up, we got the Euro, the BMW. It's a 2-door manual transmission. And another Fast and Furious icon, the Toyota Supra. And this is the JDM version of the Toyota Supra. The sticker's too faded to see. This is an automatic one. It came in both automatic and stick. This one kind of looks weird without the spoiler on the back. Looks like it had one at one time. Now some of them came from the factory without spoilers. And what do we got here? Take a look at that logo right there. See if you can tell what it is.
That's right.
The Nissan, it's a Silvia. Not familiar with that emblem on it though. But it's a Nissan Silvia. You got another Z car here. Got a 2002 turbo BMW. That's not the year, that's just the model. They got the hood up on it. Moving the cars around. Looks like old Studebaker Arc, if I'm yep, it's a Arc. There's the Studebaker on the valve covers, 289 V8. 1963 year. You come out here, you just never know what you'll find. Even got the V8 logo on the trunk lid here. There's a Jaguar E-Type. There's the green one over yonder. We got a white one with a red interior.
The transmission's a little bit stronger than the brakes are on that thing. Yeah.
Got an Oldsmobile 98 here, 57. Look at the mileage on this thing. 38,789, and there's the price in case you're interested. White walls. You got plastic on the seats.
No, I just way more than you this. don't.
We got a wagon over there. They're jockeying into position. Unrestored, 60,000 mile Ford Galaxy. And there's a beauty. All right, shut the camera off because letting them move it out of the way, do their thing. But here it is. It's Country Squire, red interior. Love the round taillights on this thing.
Batteries connected.
I'll give you a close look on the inside since they were moving it around. We've got a luggage rack on the top here. Next up, we got a Custom Royale, which is a Dodge Chrysler product, something like that. Beautiful, beautiful interior. Yep, Dodge, 56 Dodge. 1 to 500. This was probably the one I saw at the Nashville location. I'm pretty sure it is. And they moved it over here. I guess they didn't sell it at the Nashville location, but this is a nice looking one. If you're into the old 50s cars, got nice fins on it. Look on the back here. This would be a cool one to take home. And here we got the ever popular 55 Chevy. This one's a Bel Air. It's got the rear tires kind of tucked in into the fenders there. Take a look under the hood. Got a 327 Turbo Fire V8. Since I got the window open here, I'll give you a good close-up look on the inside here. I don't know if I caught the price for y'all, but there's the price. We're looking at next, we got a Fairlane, a 56 Fairlane. Two-tone. I mean, these things are really nice. I love the style on the seats, the pattern. It's kind of like a crystal look too, with these little white pieces that kind of reflect. Kind of sparkles, shimmers. It's got the Continental kit on the back, which extends the bumper quite a bit. The rear bumper makes for a very long car. Take a look at this one here. What is this? This one is a 1963 Imperial Crown. Look at that, it's got the push button transmission there to the left of the steering wheel. Huge trunk. I mean, that thing is huge. It's very roomy. This is like a luxury Chrysler from back in the day. It's nice and wide, roomy. Here we got a hot rod. It's got some pinstriping, old spotlights on it, white walls. This is what a Ford Crown Vic. Yep. Ford Fairlane Victoria Custom, 1956. See all the louvers in the hood. It's got all the traditional hot rod tricks. I love the red color on it. This red color here, it's like a candy apple red. It's not the same color as my Mazda Carol, my 1969 Mazda Carol at home. Got a Continental kit on it as well. And I love how they put the pinstripes on the Continental kit. Classic Ford T-Bird. This is a 1957 one right here. I assume that's the price. They put a dollar sign in front of it. There's a look on the inside. I'll walk you around it. It's got the fender skirts on it. Old Ford right here. This one's a 1946 Ford. Got modern seats in it. Done up as a street rod. Got an old Dodge. This is a Charger. It's a 66 Charger, which is a little bit before the famous General Lee car, the 1969 Charger. It's 383, 4-barrel as far as the emblem. Assume that's what's under the hood, but you never know. People change things. It's got a rear console in it. I like that. We got a console for the front people up front and the people in the back. It's got this long, swoopy back end to it. Next up, we got an old school Pontiac Grand Prix. Got a manual transmission. It's a 67. And it's got the hidden headlights on it. 20,000 miles. 20,000 miles, factory 4-speed, and there's the price of admission to this car. What do we got next to it? A 66 Chevy Nova, blue on blue. I just love the blue color of that interior, man. That's killer right there. It's a SS Super Sport. Another Porsche. That one's a Carrera. A little bit of modern muscle in here. This one's got a 6.1 Hemi Challenger. See, it's supercharged. Another vintage ride here, old street rod. You can see the rims, Ford Deluxe. Doesn't have the information on it. Looks like it's from the maybe mid 40s, late 40s. There's another one of them little Hondas. It's the Vamos, little beach cruiser type thing. This one looks more like a military version with this kind of dark greenish top. You put some camo on that, that'd be like a little military beach cruiser. You could turn that into. Next we got a Datsun B10. Interior reminds me of that Celica that I showed you a little bit ago. It was already sold. It's a 1980 Datsun. This is a U.S. market, left-hand drive. And here's the price for this little gem from the 80s. So we got a very old school Subaru. Does it have the tag on it? Well, there's the information in there. Let me see if I can see what year. It's 1980 as well. It's the same year as that Datsun. As you can see, the styling is somewhat similar between the Subaru and the Datsun. 1800 GLF automatic. Next up we got a little Audi, TT I think. Audi TT Quattro, 20th anniversary. You may be able to see here, it's got this nice looking dark brown seats. Looks like leather. We got the Odes 442 with the red line tires on it. This one here is a 66. Next up we got the old Chevy, big body Chevy right here. Also got red line tires on this one. 68 Impala. Says 396 on the emblem there. Now we got a Chevelle SS 396. It's got some nice collars on this one. 67 as well, vintage. Bright red interior. Which I love the red interiors. The brighter the better. It's even got the red accent stripe that complements the red lines on the tires. Next up, a Chevelle Malibu. This is a convertible. It's got a red top. You don't see cars with red tops. Usually they're black or white. This one's red. This one's 67 as well. Here you can see that 327 turbo fire under the hood. That Chevy orange collar. And then we go to the back to the Japanese car here. This one's a 69 Datsun 510. It's got Sparco seat belts, Sparco racing seats. It's got a roll cage, Momo steering wheel. This one's been turned into a little racer. $2,400 12-valve engine. And take a look at this. This is a Dodge. Looks like an Aspen. It's a wagon version. They may have called it something else. Yeah, it's Aspen. This looks like a nice family cruiser. And it's a special edition. So instead of black and gold like Smokey and the Bandit, it's got wood grain, I guess. I don't know if the special edition denoted that it was a wood grain vehicle or what it entailed, but if you do know, drop a comment below. Let me know what the special edition Dodge Aspen entailed. Next up we got a Mercedes. And this one's a limousine. It's a 6-door. Which is really unusual. You see limousines, they're still 4-door. Usually have just this long middle section, but this one is a 6-door Mercedes limousine. Now we got a old school Nova. Walk around and take a look at this Nova here. There's a peek under the hood. This one is a 71 vintage. Here we got a Ford, vintage Ford pickup truck. Let's see what what year it is. 65. Look at that interior. Man, that is the red and black with the chrome. It's beautiful. Got an old school Caddy next up. It's a Fleetwood. See the Fleetwood Mac Daddy in this thing. Another Fairlane. Thunderbird Special, as you can see under the hood there. 1957. It's the Fairlane 500. Got a vintage Chevy truck up next. White walls. Got some old lettering on it. Like the Chevy truck sold Honda stuff. It's a 1960 Chevy C10. I don't know if it's like a Honda motorcycle dealership, Honda engine dealership, or what? Probably a motorcycle dealership.
Yeah, it says Honda Accord.
Here's the price on this old school truck. Got another station wagon. This place is full of station wagons. Looks like a Chrysler product. Yep, Chrysler LeBaron, 1980. Looks nothing like the LeBarons I'm used to seeing. My dad had a four-door LeBaron back in the day. This one's a Town and Country LeBaron. I think his was probably mid-80s. I think of LeBarons, I usually think of the convertible. Now, like I said, my dad's was a four-door, so his wasn't a convertible, but they had those two-door ones, and then they had that Maserati TC, which was like a LeBaron with a, you know, Italian upscale version. A lot of people forgot about those. So, got a modern GMC truck here. We got a classic split bumper Camaro. There's the price on this one. If you're interested, it's got that flat hood on it. Looks like a very stripped down Camaro. It's a 1970 RSSS is what it's saying, in Daytona yellow. And here we go, we got a Trans Am, early 70s Trans Am. Cameo white with the blue stripe, 4-speed. This one is a 1970. There's the mileage on it. I don't know if that's original, but it's mileage on it. Now, these first couple years of the 70s, they only came in white with a blue stripe or blue with a white stripe from the factory. It wasn't until 73 when they started expanding the colors. Next up, we got another hearse. It's got the fender mirrors on this one here. This one's got a lot of copper on the roof here. You see, this one's a lot more brighter than that other hearse I showed you. This one is a Toyota Century. You can see on the paper there, 1991. Got the dragons on it. And this is what I mean by the different styles. You can see this one's really bright. It's got the gold and copper. The hearse over there, the truck hearse, is darker colored. So I assume they're from different regions of Japan. But here's a look on the inside of what the bodies would see. Even got little lanterns in it. If you can, it's a little dark in here, but there's some lanterns in it. And it even has still the back doors. So apparently they probably modified a four-door Toyota Century. And still has the back doors that you can open up, I assume. Probably some storage compartment space there. And next up, we got another G-Wagon. 2000. G500. G63. This one's the AMG version. Now, I don't know all the differences in all the different versions of the G-Wagon. This one's a bi-turbo. And if you're wondering about the bi-turbo, it'd be two turbos in line with each other, not like a twin turbo where turbo will be on one side and the turbo will be on the other side. They're two in line with each other. That's what the whole bi-turbo setup means. We got a Honda Accord limo. I was not expecting this. Wow. You talk about an obscure vehicle. Never would have thought somebody would have made a Honda Accord limousine. And here it is, one right in front of me. Didn't even notice it until I walked around it. I don't know if it says, it's too faded, but you got like a maroon interior on this thing. This would be a great car to have to take to Cars and Coffee, because everybody would be speechless, just like myself. Let's go up this aisle. As you can see, we get in here, there's a room of cars there. There's a room of cars there. And there's also vehicles outside. And I'm trying to give you the whole tour, so it's going to take a while. But might be skipping over a few vehicles, but, you know, getting the noteworthy ones, that's for sure. We got an 82 Mercedes. There's the price on this one. We got a 2004 SL 600 Mercedes. It's a whole lineup of Mercedes right here, in case you're into the German persuasion. 2000 S500. (1993) 300 TE. This is AMG Mercedes. Glad I got some extra batteries for this GoPro I'm filming with, because filming all these cars is really going to go through the battery power. Got a 98 E500. It's got the wipers on the headlights. That's a thing with Mercedes back in the day, the little headlight wipers. We got a insane, crazy looking golf cart. Apparently that's for sale or part of the collection, one of the two. 2026, so this is a brand spanking new one. Maybe has a little bit of use, but they got even carbon fiber on the steering wheel. I didn't think they needed to cut weight down anymore on this thing, but look at all the people you can carry. It's even got seat belts. Wow. This thing must go pretty fast. Now here we gotta take a look at this thing. I love these little cars. They are so cool. This is the Mazda, well, it's called the AutoZam AZ1, which AutoZam in Japan was a Mazda product. And there's also another version of it called the Suzuki Carry, just like renamed, rebranded. Let's see what version this one is here. Obviously, you can see the distinctive feature on these little cars is the gull-wing doors. Trying to see if it tells me which one it is, a Suzuki or an AutoZam. It's got the little half windows because of the doors. It's an AZ1, so that would mean it's an AutoZam. Well, it says on here 1994 Suzuki Carry, so maybe they, I don't know. I don't know why I'd say AZ1 and Carry, but apparently that's what it is. That's the price. And this is what's known as a K car in Japan. It's really small. It's actually one of the what they call the ABC cars, ABC K cars, the AutoZam, which is this. There's the Honda Beat and the Suzuki Cappuccino, hence the ABC. You see, very tiny car. Does have air conditioning, which you definitely need to have working air conditioning in one of these cars because of the gull-wing doors with the half windows. You're not going to get a whole lot of air in it, but these things are really cool, fun cars. They're like a 3-cylinder turbo. I think they produce, I want to say 60-some horsepower. They're kind of like right at the limit of what a K car can produce, actually. And next up we have an Austin Healey, classic British car, and it's even got fender mirrors. And it's got the mirror, the rear view mirror mounted to the dash and not to the windshield. There's the back of it. Next up we got a Lotus Esprit, which I love the Lotuses. This one is a Turbo SE. This one's a 1990. It's got the pop-up headlights, and when this they ended the run of the Lotus Esprit, I think in the early 2000s, it's like one of the last cars to be made from the factory with pop-up headlights. It just looks like it's cool. I mean, it's got this wedge shape, an exotic car look to it. I mean, it looks fast. It's just such nice cars. And of course, the iconic James Bond movie had the submarine Lotus Esprit, which is the first generation of the Esprit. This is a newer generation. Next up, we got the little BMW Isetta with the front opening door. See the BMW logo prominently on this. Does not look like any other BMW, but it is a BMW. This has got a rotisserie restoration on it. 4,000 actual miles. 298cc single-cylinder 4-stroke, 4-speed manual transmission with reverse. I mean, it's got a reverse in it. Some of these I don't think even had a reverse. I don't know if it's an option or not. I want to say the motor is right there on the side. Some of these little BMW Izettas, they actually had back seats, so they would have a door on the side, but this one's just a 2-seater with the front opening door. Let's see what we got here. This is like the old primitive Audi, I believe. If you can look at the 4 rings on the hubcaps there, it kind of gives it away, and also the 4 rings right there. But back in the day, they called the Audis the Auto Union, which I believe that's what that is. Yep, it's Auto Union. And here's another Auto Union. So they still use the same insignia, but they changed the name to Audi. I'm not for sure at what point in time they did, but the vintage Audis are called Auto Unions. This one here is a 61 1000. It's 1960 over here. This one even has a thing on it, a placard, as you could say. It's got more of a swoopy, kind of like Porsche rear end on it. This one here looks more like a T-Bird. Look at the gas cap. The gas cap even has the 4 rings on it. Now, if you love the yellow color on this Porsche Boxster, well, you can have it for a pretty decent price here. For a Porsche, you know. These Boxsters, they don't go for a whole lot of money. They're on par with the BMW Z3 from that same era. My dad has a Z3, which they also... you can be had for, you know, reasonably priced. If you want something that's kind of exotic or luxurious, or like German cars. If you love that color, I mean, if that suits your fancy, then there you go. Let's see, we got a old school JDM. We've got the fender mirrors on this one. This one is a 77 Toyota Chaser. A lot of these really old JDM cars you just never know about. You never heard of them or anything before. It's cool when they turn up for sale in the US. A lot of people want the 90s stuff with the Skylines, the Fast and the Furious cars. I love this old vintage stuff here. Take a look at that logo there. I'm thinking that's an Opel. Yep, an Opel. 1969 Opel Kadett. Red interior. It's like a German car. So this is not JDM. As you see, it's left-hand drive. And for those of you not familiar with Opels, well, they had the Opel GT, which was known as the baby Corvette. They were sold through Buick dealerships. And I believe probably these Opel Cadettes were too. But you never see the Cadettes. You see the GTs. And there's also, in the 90s, the Cadillac Catera, which was an Opel car. Don't see Cateras anymore. We got another Opel. Let's say this is maybe a Manta. Yeah, it's a Manta. Another Opel you never see. 1975 Opel Manta. Also got a red interior. How you think they got two of them, white with red interior? Different models though, but like I said, the twins theme continues. It's also got the round taillights, a lot like the Opel GT would have. Don't see an Opel GT in here. Of course, the tour is far from over. Here's a little modern Suzuki, in case you're interested. Just take a quick peek at it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. 2012 Suzuki. And this one here is a 1989 Toyota Soar. So we got like 3 of these white Soar. Another one, 4. I guess 4 of them. Another 89. So they have the market cornered on 1989 Toyota Soars out here. Next we got a 66 Chevy C10. Take a look at that beautiful interior, and it's a stick truck. Another Z car. This would match that Boxster really well. They're about the same color. If you're into this odd pale version of yellow, which is not my thing, but some of y'all might. Here's one of those, what do they call them, fender finders or something. You see them sometimes on JDM vehicles. Of course, the driver sits on the opposite side there, but yep, it's a fender finder or something where you find the front. Helps you with parking, basically. On the Figaros, they call them a parking stick, the Nissan Figaros. All right, let's get back at it. We were at this Subaru over here. Remember these cars new at the dealership back in the 80s. Here's the price, so you could pick this up reasonable. And this is the JDM version, stick shift car, 4-door. So you want something unique and you take the family around in. Got a 4-door one. It's got a rear wiper on it, which is unusual. Next up we got a little street rod truck here. This thing looks really, really cool. Like the banjo steering wheel. This is an Anglia. It's a Ford Anglia. 1950. That's a English Ford. I assume that's the price. I don't have a dollar sign in front of it. I don't think it's the mileage. I think it's the price. And here we have a Triumph TR6 in dark brown. It's also got brown seats. These Triumphs are popular British cars along with the MGs. I'd say the MGs are quite a bit more common though. especially the MGBs. But there's the TR6, and we also had Triumph Spitfire, which my dad owned one at one point in time. And we got another Toyota Soarer. No, this is a Mazda, my bad. Mazda Cosmo, 1995. They look similar, I gotta admit. The Mazda Cosmo and the Toyota Soarer look very similar in styling. This is a 3-rotor, so it's a rotary engine. You can see Mazda right there, which I missed looking at it. Here we got another British vehicle, a Morgan. As you can see outside, there's more vehicles to choose from. Get to that after a bit. There's the old Morgan. It's got the old belt holding down the hood there. 1985. Looks older. But even the Morgans they make today, in 2026, they look old. They kind of retain the styling, although the new Morgans do have safety features like airbags. You know, obviously for the regulations and stuff. And a couple interesting pieces here. This is common. This M&M guy is kind of common, but this little race car here is, little pedal car is really neat looking. And next up we have this old school Nissan Cedric. And I've seen this on the website for some time. I really like this car. If there was anything that really caught my eye as far as obscurity and stuff, this old Nissan Cedric really floats my boat and checks off all the right marks. This would be something if I was going to plop down the money for a car today from here. This would probably be the one I would want. The 74 Nissan Cedric. It's got the gutters over the windows here. Yeah, it is a 4-door car, but it's unique. And that's what I like about it. I mean, how many Nissan Cedrics do you see on the roads in the U.S.? I've never seen one on the road. It's got this blue interior, and it's a manual transmission, which is a big deal for me, because when I buy a car, I pretty much want a manual transmission in my car. The only real exception was I really liked the Nissan Figaro, and I have a Nissan Figaro, and they did not come with the manual transmission, although you can get a kit from it's called the Nissan Figaro shop over in Didcot, England, and you can convert it to a manual transmission. Something that can be done. We got a Nissan President. It says President right there. This is their luxury vehicle. It's an 88. It's got the rain gutters just on the front windows. Look around here. This is kind of like the Nissan version of the, was it the Toyota Crown or Toyota Century, their luxury car. Looks like a couch in the back. What are we looking at next here? Let's see, we've got an 83 Datsun Maxima. There's the price on this one. Now, let's take a look at this little gem. It's caught my eye. I know you've all probably looking at it and like, let's talk about this car. This is a little Toyota. I've seen one before at the Lane Motor Museum. There's the price on this one. This is just such a really cool, really rare, really obscure car. Of course, there's the old Toyota from the James Bond movie. That white one is, was it a 2000 or something? That one goes for a lot of money, but this one here, you can actually You know, it's still pricey, but you can pick it up a lot more reasonable than the other one. It's a 66 vintage. Got a black interior. And it's a little bitty. And you can see compared to these other cars. Little bitty. Let's see what this car is. Another four-door one. Nissan Gloria. I've heard of the Gloria before. Look, see at it. Got another family car Nissan, a Maxima. And this one, a U.S. market, left-hand drive, stick shift car. And here is a Nissan Sentra. I remember my parents renting one of these. It's like a red one this generation, a long time ago. This one's only got 760 miles, so like a brand new car. It's a two-door Sentra. My dad actually had a black Sentra. He owned one. It was like a 80s. It was a boxy version, so it was a generation before that. We got a Nissan Silvia right here. It's a 1990. It's even got the cloth covers on the headrest that say Nissan Silvia. Another Nissan over here. Let's see what this one is. This one is 87 Maxima. Looks comfy, like sitting in grandma's old couch. Four-door with a sunroof. Another Mazda Cosmo Unos. And another yellow one. Another yellow car that's about the same color as that the Nissan 300 or the Boxster, the Porsche Boxster. So if you really are the fan of this yellow color, you have three cars the same color. You got another 300ZX or Fairlady Z. However you look at it, it's got the T-tops on it. And here's a T-top car, Datsun or Nissan. Let's see. That's kind of the period when they changed over. This one's a Nissan 300ZX Turbo. And this screams 80s. It's got turbo on the seats. I mean, I like this car a lot. It's even got a rear wiper. Look, it's got this indentation in the spoiler for the wiper, which I think is really cool. And they got a lot of 300ZXs out here. And here we got Godzilla. That's what they call this. Nicknamed this version of the Nissan Skyline GTR. This is the R34. These things are really popular with the Fast and the Furious crowd. Now, I believe the color to have on these is Bayside Blue, which there's one in my hometown running around in Bayside Blue, which I really like the blue color on the GTR. I think it looks phenomenal on this style car. And that one's white right there. And we got some more Z cars. We got a 86 T-tops. There's the price on that one. And we got this 87 with T-tops. T-tops are big in the 70s and somewhat in the 80s. Then we got another GTR right here, black one. This one here is 1999. Color is black pearl. 25 GTT Skyline. And I believe this car right here is called a Masoka. Let's see. It's got like a retro styling to it. Masoka Calves 2. I'm not for sure what you say on it, but it's like a modern vehicle. What year was that again? 2001. So it's pretty modern, but it's got that retro style front end and back end to it. And for those of you that don't know, Mitsuka, Japanese car company, they make a lot of retro cars. They've got a Corvette-looking retro car based on a Mazda Miata called the Rockstar, for example. And then there's a car called the Buddy. I can't remember what it's based on, but it's supposed to look like a old Chevy, like a Blazer or something like that. I think Chevy Blazer is what the Buddy is based on. All right, new battery in the phone, and time to take a tour of another room in this facility. Take a look. This is what I would probably call the Figaro room, because it is insane collection of Figaros. Let's first start out with what's right in front of me. This old school Lincoln from the 60s. The four-door with the back hinged rear doors. This is a 1963 Continental. Red, white interior and white roof here. And as you can see all around me, I'm surrounded by Figaros. There's probably roughly around 50 is what they like to keep here. And the story goes that I think Gary Duncan, the owner, he went to the Tokyo Auto Show when these were new, when they were just showing them off. And when they became legal to import in the U.S. under the 25 rule, he just started importing them by the boatload. And so he has the market cornered on Figaros. So if you want a Nissan Figaro, I mean, they got nice ones. They probably have some that are in fair condition as well. So a range of conditions. If you want a selection of Figaros, come check out the selection here, Duncan Imports. You know, like I said, it's going to probably reflect the price too, whether it's fair condition all the way up to nice, excellent condition. But anyway, look at all these AutoZams or Suzuki Carrys, as some of them are renamed. Definitely has the market cornered on these as well. This would be one of the little cars that I'd like to have one of these. Just think it'd be fun to toy around with. You can see there's a little bit of styling differences on some of them. This one's got a little small inlet, where this one's got a wider inlet on the hood. And these cars have been kind of climbing in price. Remember when you could, when they first started importing these things, you could get them under 20 grand. That one's got the prancing horse logo on the steering wheel there. This one's a beautiful royal blue, and you can see this is a Suzuki branded one, the Suzuki car, the S logo there. Which the Suzuki branding is much rarer, even though these cars in themselves are rare. Here's the little 3-cylinder turbo in the back here. Now let's move on to the Figaros, which I personally own one in Lapis Gray, which is this color. And they came from the factory in 4 different colors, representing the seasons of the year. But you'll see some in here that are non-factory colors as well. So this would be, let's see, this would be like the summer color, this blue here. This one's kind of like a purplish blue, the Lapis Gray. And you have this one here, it's called Topaz Mist. I forgot what this light blue one is called, but it represents summer. This one represents fall here. And this green over here represents spring. It's called emerald green. And these were only made 1 year. Some of them are 1992 vintage, but most of them are 1991. This one's got parking stick. These cars, they had various accessories for a car that they only made 20,000 of, and they only made 1 year. This one you can see here is a 1992. But most of these cars are 91s. I assume that they ran late into the production year, and that's why some of them are 92s instead of 91s. This one's got the rain gutters on the side. But they all had this 4-cylinder, 1-liter turbocharged engine. There's the factory wheels with these white polo calves. Now they did have alloy wheels as an aftermarket accessory. Or not aftermarket, but I guess like a factory option accessory. Here we got a Suzuki Cappuccino. I was talking earlier about the ABC K cars. This is a K car. This is the Cappuccino, the C. This one's a 1997. And from what I've heard, these are really quick little cars. They're super tiny and they're super quick. What do we have here? This is an MG. This one's a 67 MG Midget. It's white and red. Got another Cappuccino right here. Before I go any further, let's take a look at all these Figaros, since I've already talked about the Figaros. So you can see prices go up. And they all had white interiors. Now the horn button and the dash pad would match the exterior. Now this one has a mismatch to it because this is the light blue. It's got the dark blue on the inside here. But these have been going up in price. They've gotten pretty popular. Let's see if I can. Let's look on the inside of this one. It's Topaz Mist. The Topaz Mist is the rare color. If you like it, it's the rare color. As you can see, like I said, the dash and the horn button match the exterior, kind of. But otherwise, the cars are all white on the inside. All right, now take a look at these green ones here. They've got a pair of green ones that are actually left-hand drive, so they've been converted to left-hand drive. Now, as you can see, the horn button and the dash is kind of a darkish green. It might be hard to tell. Maybe on these light blue ones they got the dark blue, but anyway, they're supposed to kind of match the exterior, the horn button and the dash pad. This one here, it's got these factory accessory, the option, the alloy wheels on it compared to the factory wheels. See if I can point out anything else. It's kind of hard to walk around. Some of these are right up against each other. This one here you might see a little bit better, the dark green on it. And if you're worried about getting parts for these things, since they were only made 1 year, well, I wouldn't worry too much because there's a dedicated shop over in England called the Nissan Figaro shop. That's where I get my parts from for my Figaro, and they have reproduced a lot of parts for the car, and they also are able to get a lot of used parts, and they're very knowledgeable. They're just a good group of enthusiasts that really love these cars. So the parts aren't too bad to acquire on these things. They really aren't. Now you will have to pay some shipping if you're in another country other than the United Kingdom to get the parts, but what you want to do is get one of these cars. You want to place a big order of every part you need at one time. That'll save you some money. And now let's move on back to, okay, I left off over here. with the these are the Nissans, the companion cars to the Figaro, known as the Pike Factory cars. There's 4 cars known as the Pike Factory cars. This is the Nissan BE1 or B1, and this is the Nissan PAL, which my channel is named after, and I own one. And then they have the S-Cargo, that white van looking thing. So those 4 vehicles make up the Pike Factory cars. This one here, the B1, it's pretty rare. You can usually pick these up pretty reasonably priced though. It's 87. Just because it's not really retro styled. It looks like the period from the 1980s. It looks like what the PAL would be in that time period. So the PAL is made from 89 to 91, but they look a lot older. But they similar overall look. I'll give you a peek on the inside here at this BE1. See the 80s taillight looking thing there? This thing here, it looks like something straight out of the 60s, the PAL. Very much a retro styled vehicle. And PALs you can pick up at reasonable prices, under 20 grand, but the Figaros, they've been going up in value. They've been getting really popular. People have been grabbing them up. Now these PALs, mine's a hardtop, just like that blue one there. The aqua gray is what it's called. But they also had this canvas convertible roof, and it's like an electric motor that runs it back. So you have a convertible PAL here. And the PAL did come, like mine's a manual transmission, but most of them are automatic. So only like 10% of the PALs made in the 3-year run are manual transmissions. So if you find a manual transmission PAL, they are extremely rare. And they had the same motor basically as in the Figaro, but the Figaro was turbocharged, fuel injected. This is a 1-liter carbureted motor. 52 horse versus 76 horse in the Figaro. All right, look at this. This almost looks like the Japanese version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van. Suzuki Turbo. It's a 1990 Suzuki Every. It's got the 80s graphics on it. It's got these aftermarket purple rims on it. Next up we got some Mitsubishi, kind of like a Daihatsu Mira. It's a Minica Topo, I think is what it's called. But there's a Daihatsu Mira that kind of looks like this. A little bit of a odd looking, kind of like van style. And this, here's the S-Cargo, the Pike Factory car I was telling you about. It's got a very odd look to it. In S-Cargo, it's kind of a play on words. S-Cargo, snail, looks like a snail. And it's a bit of a commercial van. I believe this one was the first of the Pike Factory vehicles. This one, then the BE1. The BE1 and the S-Cargo kind of came out around the same time. Orion, here we go. Now, I have heard of Orion. They have a vehicle called the Sand Reaper, which looks like a baby Jeep. This one looks more like a dune buggy. (2024), so it's a beach buggy, very new. Here we go. This is a pristine looking RX-7, first gen. My dad had a light blue one in this generation. So GSL. Subaru. This is the SVX right here with the half windows. I remember seeing one of these at the show for the new car dealers when they were brand new, so pretty cool. Now that's employees only back there. They got some cars they're working on. Just kind of, if you look, that van over there is really cool looking. I believe they call these, the JDM versions of these, the Alicones, but this is the left-hand drive American version, the SVX. Got a Subaru, I mean, not a Subaru, Honda CR-V here in right-hand drive. It's even got the little one fender mirror over here. Got the little Porsche from the 80s. All right, let's, where do I go to next? The Civic VTEC. Here we got a Mercury Comet Cyclone. Convertible. 1966. 390 V8. Got the old Bronco. This is an Eddie Bauer edition, but it's not in green. I'm used to seeing the Explorers in that hunter green color. Eddie Bauer edition with the tan on the bottom, but it's a Bronco Eddie Bauer edition. We got a Plymouth Sport Fury right here. Right-hand drive Honda minivan. And speaking of Mini, we got the Mini Coopers. And these are the true British ones because they're right-hand drive here. And believe it or not, they actually, over in England, they actually made these Mini Coopers for, this style Mini Cooper for a really long time. I think up into maybe the late 90s or early 2000s. Of course, the more modern Mini Coopers are German-made BMWs. This one's in 1995, so it looks like from the 60s, but they continue the styling way up in there. And here is a more modern Toyota that doesn't look like a modern Toyota. It's called the Classic. It was commemorated to celebrate a Toyota anniversary, I believe. This one is a 1997 Classic. Yeah, it's made to, I think, commemorate what the original, like the first Toyota ever made, kind of looked like. Back in the day, they called Toyotas Toyota pets or something like that. A beautiful pair of Porsches right here. And here we got a beautiful pair of Fast and the Furious Toyota Supras. These things, I mean, this is a really cool looking custom Toyota Supra, right-hand drive, Bride racing seats, carbon fiber mirrors, carbon fiber hood. I mean, that thing is wild looking. Totally wild looking. And this one here, I mean, it's got some wild looking collars on it too. These Toyota Supras have really climbed up in value. Got BBS wheels on it. Got a dune buggy over here. Another Orion. I said Orion, they got a Jeep looking thing called the Sand Reaper. I don't know if they got any in this collection here, but they do have a Sand Reaper. And here we got some more hearses. This one's a Nissan. This one looks like a Toyota Crown here. If you're into hearses, you can pick them up reasonably priced, I guess. 1995 Nissan Chima. Here's a good look at the different styles. You got the darker style and you got the gold style. I think they call one of the styles Kansai. I can't remember what one though. Got a low mileage Honda over here. And here's another hearse. So this one's not as ornate as the other ones. This is just more of a simple down-to-earth hearse, right? Down to earth. Get the pun? 1995. Looks like they kind of wanted to make it look a little bit like a Rolls Royce with that grille. We got a Chrysler hearse. This is another hearse that you would expect to see. This one is a 2007 300. And what do we have here? We got a Nissan GTR. This one's not a hearse. This is a GTR. 1995 Skyline GTR, ever popular. Got several of them here. More hearses. This one's a 1997 Century hearse. Nice, big, and roomy. Fit plenty of bodies. Warm and cold in here. Another Toyota Crown Royal hearse. Imagine if you had one of them really fancy ones, you'd almost have to keep it in a garage. Here we got the black and gold pseudo Smokey and the Bandit edition Chevy Vega Cosworth twin cam. There's one local to me in Louisville. Got another RX-7. Got a bit of a body kit on this one here. Bride racing seats. This one's a 1997. Right-hand drive one. We got a left-hand drive RX-7. My dad also had one from the second generation one that when I first started driving, I got to drive that. It was a black one. Was not a convertible though. Looks like we got a Mitsuka. I believe this is based on the Mitsubishi Pajero. Yeah. Which is Pajero is a little compact two-door SUV. You can see the retro styling. See, it says Pajero there. Guess it's nicknamed the Flying Pug. We got a Mazda Miata. A Nissan here. This one, oh, it's all faded and stuff. Got a GMC Sierra Classic. Let's see what year this one is. 71 GMC. And if you came here and you could only pick one car to take home with you, you certainly have a hard time picking. The GTR, you can see that beautiful RB26 motor, twin turbo under the hood. Got a Honda of sorts here. This one here is Inspire. And what do we got here? This one is a really cool little Honda. Little bitty sports car Honda. I'd say maybe even a little bit smaller than the little British cars like the MG Midget. I like how it says Honda right there on the valve cover. This one's a S800 1967 vintage. And what a beauty it is. Unique taillights on the back too. Let's look at this one. This one is a Honda Civic. This is the old school Civic, 5-speed. You got that classic pattern on the seats of vintage cars that they don't do anymore. This is the CVCC. Looks like a 79. It's so faded I can't really make out what year it is. But go on the website and check it out. Here we got another Honda CVCC, so like a station wagon version. Low mileage, 26,900 actual mile. Whatever this is, looks like another Honda. That's an Acura. Yep, Honda, Acura, same deal. It's left-hand drive, of course. In Japan, they just called everything Honda. Another, this one's what the Accord or the Prelude. You can see on the inside here. Get you a little look on the back here. We got another, this is a more modern Accord up here. Modern Civic. Here we go. This would normally be called a Isuzu Amigo in the US. We did get this version, but this is a Honda Japanese version. It's like a 96 Honda Jazz is what it's called. But yeah, I remember seeing the Amigos back in the day running around. They had soft tops. This one's got a hard top, but they had like a kind of like a Jeep like appearance in the back. And here we have the Honda S2000 sports car. And here is the other one of the ABCK cars, the Honda Beat. This is a 1991 Honda Beat. You can pick these up reasonably priced, although the values have been climbing. The tires are super narrow and super tiny. If you buy one of these, you might want to check around and see where you can get tires for these things, because they, from what I've heard from some of the people that own them, it can be hard to get tires for. At least you probably have to order them online. I don't think your local tire shop's going to have anything like that. But really cool. And there's also like the NSX over there that I'm going to get to in a minute. There's like a baby version of the NSX that kind of in the front looks a little bit like the Beat, called the Honda S660, which is dubbed the baby NSX, and it's too new to import right now. Although if you go to the Lane Motor Museum in Nashville, Tennessee, they do have a Honda S660 for you to view and enjoy. We got an 83 Civic 1500. Take a look at this thing. This one looks almost like it's a rally car Honda with those lights in the front. This one's a Honda Civic Shuttle Beagle or something like that. And take a look at this. Honda Civic CRX. I remember these. These were popular back in my high school days. And then they made the CRZ, a more modern version of it. It's kind of a hybrid version. This is a JDM version. This one is what the Honda City Cabriolet, this yellowish one. This one here, it's a Honda Today. It's what it's called, Today. You're seeing a Honda today. And here's what I like, the classic stuff. This one here is a 1972 Honda Life. They have some odd names for their Hondas, that's for sure. There you can see it right up close, Life. What is this one here? We got another Life. We got these kind of all squished together, so I'm going to go this far. Take a look on the inside of this one here. And now let's move on to the Honda version of the NSX, because it's right-hand drive. And as you can see, the H logo there, not the A logo. It's 1991. These are exotic Hondas, you could say. And of course, twins, the same color. Here's an Acura. Now I'm kind of running through this joint here because there's just so many cars. And I've got so much, time and battery power. And we still got a whole nother room. We still got the whole outside to look at. And here is the Orion Sand Reaper I was telling you about. See how it looks like a Jeep in the front? I seen one of these on the Hot Rod Power Tour about 2 years ago, I think. You see it's a little Jeep thing. This one's automatic, but they had them in manuals. I want to say they're 3-cylinder. Supposedly they're legal in 49 states, so I think California you'd have an issue with, but it's supposed to be really good on gas and four-wheel drive. I don't think pretty sure they did have air conditioning, so you just got top-down motoring. This one's got a winch on it, just like a Jeep you would normally see. And here we have the Honda Integra, still called the Integra, even though it's JDM market. And here we have the Acura Integra. You can see the similarities, I guess, in the logos and the differences. And this one's cool right here. Actually, a pair of them. Different colors. Well, it's 3 of them, I guess, actually. It's similar vintage. Let's see what this one is. 82 Prelude. And these were popular back in my college days, these Del Sols. Don't see them at all anymore. Little sporty Honda 2-seaters. Next up we got an Accord. Got an interesting back end. It's got a glass back end on the roof. This one here is a 1981 Honda Accord. And there's a smart car for 2. This is a Brabus, which is like a German tuning company, I think. I want to say they did Mercedes and stuff. And the smart car is, I think, has to do with Mercedes. There's 2 smart cars there. Myself, I'm not a smart car person, but some people like them. There's another one of these Toyota wheels. Pink one. There you go. That one screams Japanese anime, this pink one right here. You can pick it up for a reasonable price. $2,000. Get one for your girlfriend or your daughter, right? I don't know what she would think about driving that car. What do we got here? This is a nice vintage right-hand drive piece. Let's see if we can... It's a Datsun. This is a really old Datsun. The collar on this reminds me of like the equipment at the dentist's office back in the 1950s. That's what that collar, that engine reminds me of. It's the Datsun 1000. Next up, we got a Hummer, H2 Hummer. And another one of these little Toyota deals. Look at that, they got the hood open. This one's a 68. I think the other one was at a 67. These are extremely rare Toyotas. And I believe these are both Datsuns. This blue one's been here forever. I think that's part of the collection. I don't know. It might be for sale. But look, these are so old that they had, these are the turn signals. They just kind of, they're mechanical. They flop out like that. So I guess it's better than sticking your hand out the window and signaling a turn. This is a 1937 Datsun Type 17. I mean, as you can see, it's really old. Look how skinny those tires are. Those aren't much wider than a bicycle tire. And here's the blue one. I remember this blue one from like the last time I was here. The banjo steering wheel. Look, you got the hood up. Super cool car. This one's a 38. Now we got some big American luxury cars here. Some Lincoln, was a Lincoln and a Cadillac in very similar colors, although a little bit shade different. And luxury Jaguar here. And a Cadillac with very low mileage, 7,167. Of course, back to the Figaros. So it's time to go to another room. Let's head on over. All right, entering the other room. I think this is the last of the rooms, and the rest is outside. But anyway, we're starting off with another hearse. This one is something y'all are familiar with, a Lincoln Town Car. Turned into a Japanese hearse. That is probably the largest hood ornament I've ever seen, although the head is missing off of the dragon creature. And it is a left-hand drive Japanese hearse. The town car was not converted. Still got its rear doors here. And the back doors are open so you can see what the inside looks like. Kind of looks like a house on wheels for cold bodies, right? Anyway, moving along, we got the German cars, the BMW. We got this Volkswagen convertible here. Then we got a Toyota Supra. Now this one is the generation that's quite a bit more affordable. Everybody wants that last generation one. Well, not the latest one, not the BMW one, but the talking about the early 90s, early mid-90s generation Toyota Supra. But this one is like the 80s, early, it might went into the early 90s, this version here, that generation. All right, let's, looks like they got a Can-Am Spider, I think is what that is over there. Not for sure, but a little three-wheeled, yeah, Can-Am motorcycle. We got this beautiful looking Chevy truck. You can see, kind of says Chevy faintly under the indentions, under that paint, I should say, indented under the paint. 1958 Chevy. Little bitty steering wheel. I'm used to these big old trucks from back in the day having really big steering wheels. Somebody put a small aftermarket one on it. Did a lot of custom touches to the back end. Took off the rear bumper. Got the little round tail lights. It's a step side deal. And here's the Dodge Charger, the generation everybody's familiar with. The generation that they use for the General Lee. The red line tires. This one has not been turned into a General Lee, unlike so many of them. And this is a 68, not a 69. So you can tell by the round tail lights here. Got a cute little Porsche over here. Look at the wipers on this one, how they're right together. And here we go, we got a Trans Am. This would be a 78 according to the grill. That's correct grille. T-top. It's got the rear window louvers. Oh wow, this is the second one I've seen of these. I saw one at Cars in the Commonwealth. This is another one. This is the strictly European market BMW Z1. The car with the sliding doors. As you can see, the doors slide downward, which is the unique feature of this BMW Z1. Similar in size to the other Z cars, like the Z3 that's ever so popular. But this is the one that the U.S. market never got. You got the doors down on the other side here. And look at this. Space Gear. Delica. Mitsubishi Delica Space Gear. I like the graphics on the sides of this van. And it sets up high. Kind of looks a little bit like a spaceship. It's all rounded off. Got Cibi headlights on it. You got the parking stick. Running boards. Even has these clear rain gutters on the side here. Four-wheel drive, intercooled turbo. Alright, more Porsches than you can shake a stick at. The BMW. And here we got these luxury Toyotas lined up here. See the chicken emblem on the front. Toyota Centuries. Nice roomy big cars. And I believe some of them, although probably pretty rare, came with the V10, although the V10 Toyota motor was not all that powerful like you would think, like a Viper or something. Got a Porsche, plenty of Porsches. This one here, is this another, oh, that's a Toyota. First I was thinking it might be a Mazda, but it's a Toyota of sorts. 1979 Toyota Cressida. I remember the Toyota Cressida back in the day when they were like, I think back in the late 80s, early 90s, I think they came out with the CD player, I want to say, as an option, and that was like one of the early cars to come out with a CD player. Of course, this one's a lot older. And turn your attention to this gem right here. This is a Renault sports car, two-seater. This one definitely stands out. Forget what the model is. The Renault Sport Spider. Okay, 1999. So these are relatively new to the U.S. as far as being able to import. There is one at the Lane Motor Museum, and you'll see these oftentimes in like a yellow. I mean, they're rare, but generally speaking, just like for the images, and the one in the Lane Motor Museum, I believe, is yellow. You know, like the advertisement images or stuff you see on social media, you usually see it as yellow. Got a chrome bar behind the seats here. Recaro racing seats. And it's just basically a no-frills, street-legal race car, really. Kind of like the first generation of the Lotus Elise. Another Porsche. And look at this, classic Dodge. Was it the D100? There's a price on this one here. Back in the day when these trucks had a lot of style to them. Apparently it's a 58, plate in the window there. I like this how it's got a got fins to it. Don't see trucks with fins, but this one, it's got little bitty fins on it. More Porsches. This one's a pretty amazing color. I don't know. Some of y'all may love it. Some of y'all may hate it. I like it a lot better than the pale yellow cars that I've seen here. This one kind of looks pretty like a deep yellowish. And it's got this dark red interior, so the color combination in this car is very radical. It's very odd. And you got the wheels painted the same color as the car. Here we got the Toyota Land Cruiser, the Toyota version of the Hummer, I guess you could say. Of course, Toyota did really offer a version of the Hummer called the Mega Cruiser, and it looked very similar style-wise and width-wise to the Hummer that we got over here, the AM General Hummer. There's a look at the back end of this. It's called the Land Cruiser FJ. FJ Cruiser. Well, it's the FJ Cruiser, basically. Should say. I don't know that it's called Land Cruiser, but FJ Cruiser. Here we got the old 70s Porsche right here. BMWs. We got a car covered up here. Don't know what it is. But you can take a guess, I guess. Well, here's a little old Toyo Pet. That's what the Toyota was originally called, Toyo Pet. 1600. This is what, the Corona? It's the Corona, but not the virus. It's the car. This is looks like a 68. It's a JDM market. This would be a cool car. As far as me, what I like these really obscure type vehicles here. This one looks to be a manual transmission column shift. You don't see cars with column shifts much at all. Here we have the BMW. This is like the wagon shooting brake version of the Z3. It's the coupe. I think they call it the Z3 coupe. And they also made an M version. Yeah, Z3. So this would be like the competing with the Porsche Boxster. Another beautiful Porsche. This one is 1992 variety, convertible. We got another Celica up, Celica GT. This one's an 80. So it's got a lot of original literature on the car. BMW. There's an M5 BMW. This one, take a little bit of a gander at it. 1993. There you go. Some of you are big on the M series. And here's the Alpina, is another famous BMW trim. Alpina 2000 BMW Alpina B3. It's got a lot of little pinstripes on it. And whoa, look at here. A James Bond car in the flesh right here. This one is the BMW Z8. Extremely rare. They've really been going up in value. Of course, they weren't cheap to begin with. And I believe this is the Euro model because it's got the yellow in the taillights. And I think the American specs did not have, I think they were just red taillights. This is the one that, I want to say they made a model of this car for the movie that they cut in half. That is so cool to see it here. I've seen seen a few. I've seen one in Savannah, Georgia when I was down there, a black one, I believe. But you almost never see them because they made so few of them. More BMWs. It's another Z3. This one's got a hard top on it. Looks like it might be a removable hard top. Z3M, that's what it says. M. Here's the M badge on it. So here's an M. Here's a 2002 BMW. Vintage 1976, not 2002, but looks like they're working on this one. Got the gauges out of it. Porsche. And there's another Jag E-Type. As I walk through here, some of these may be in Gary Duncan's personal collection. I don't know. So they may not be for sale. Now this thing right here, well, the Ferrari's cool too, but this thing is really obscure. Apparently it's a Honda. You can see right here, Honda. This really caught my eye with this bright yellow. What is this? A 1970 Honda 1300 in fly yellow. Back end kind of reminds me of those Datsuns. That front end, is definitely different. Reminds me a little bit of the old Super Bs from like the, was it late 60s, early 70s period? Just because of how it's got the 4 headlights and it kind of curves into a point in the center. Kind of what it reminds me of. But anyway, classic red Ferrari. Things are so gorgeous. This one's a 1994 355 Berlinetta. The Momo steering wheel is that prancing horse, gated shifter, which is the most notable thing about these older Ferraris is the gated shifter. To me, it sucks that Ferrari did away with the manual transmission. They just went to pure like automatic F1 transmissions. I know they shift quicker, but it's the feeling, it's the driving sensation of driving a manual, and particularly a Ferrari gated shifter. This beautiful dark blue and tan interior, another gated shifter Ferrari. Gated shifters, so looks like most of these Ferraris in here, if not all of them, I haven't been down the whole row, got gated shifters. And I tell you, the values for ones that came both ways with the manual and the automatic, usually you spend a lot more money buying a gated shifter manual transmission Ferrari than you will, like say, an F1 automatic one. Another 355 Berlinetta. I mean, you got twin cars everywhere. It's like you're interested in one car and you call and they sold it. Well, you got another one? Yeah, we got another one, you know. Same color? Yeah, we got another one, same color. You can see the engine under this back glass here. And another Figaro tucked in over here. And here we go, Rat Rod NSX, I guess. Or, yeah, Honda NSX. It's not the Acura version. I don't know what the deal is with this. It's inside don't look too bad. Exterior, I don't know what happened. Got BBS rims on it. A little bit of a project there. We got a old Thunderbird. The 60s vintage. 62. Another Toyota Cressida. Got mud flaps on it. And a sunroof. Look at that motor there. Volkswagen bus. Look at this thing. This one's a 67 Type 2, cream color. It's even got the little hula dancer on the dash to entertain you. It's got all kind of room, and it's got the, you can see it's probably a table inside there. It's, you can eat inside of it. Got the luggage rack. Super roomy. And we got another Porsche. You can see we got the, there's the hood right there. Kind of hard walking in between some of these vehicles. Another Toyota Classic. These things are rare, but they've got two of them. I know when they had their Nashville location, they had a couple. Old school Honda, Audi TT. Let's take a look at this. This is a Nissan, I believe it's a Patrol. So this is kind of like, yep, it's a Nissan Patrol. Kind of along the lines of those old Land Rover Defenders. That's what the style reminds me of. So if you have a Land Rover Defender, this would be a nice complement to it. Next up, we got a Toyota. It's a Celica twin cam inline six. It's like a Celica. Right hand drive. Yep. And what do we have here? It's right hand drive. Oh, another Datsun. Datsun 1000. 59. 1959 Datsun 1000. We got another Volkswagen bus here. Take a look at this. 1972 Type 2. Look on the inside here. It's got curtains. And it's got all these little windows up here. I know there's certain ones that are worth a ton of money if they have, what, 21 windows or something. This one's got a ton. It's got the wraparound windows on the back corners here. I'm not for sure if this is the one that's worth a ton of money, but it's got a lot of windows in it for sure. And it's a split window on the front. And here's the old school Mercedes. Take a look at that. 69 Mercedes 280 SL. And next to it is another Mercedes. So some of these cars are kind of grouped together. Another 280 SL and another 280 SL. And we had a bit newer of a Mercedes. Quite a bit newer, I guess. 87 560 SL Mercedes. Toyota, let's see what model this Toyota is here real quick. This is a Cressida, another Cressida. Got a Datsun Z car. Oh, this one's pretty. 1972 40Z. Another 280. And we got another Celica. Quite a few yellow cars in here. The 20R motor. The GT Celica. 1978. got the lift back. We've got the louvers. Louvers are totally a 70s and 80s thing. And we got it's a Datsun Bluebird. Yep, Datsun Bluebird. Fender mirrors. This is a 1971. Butterscotch yellow color to it. Bluebird 1600. And another Celica GT. I like the color on this one. I know it's a little bit faded and stuff, but 76. It's not quite a salmon color, but it's kind of an orangish, reddish color, light reddish. Got another Supra here. Nissan. This one, 1995 Skyline GTS. There's a Maxima. Not a Nissan Maxima. Almost thought it was a Toyota for a second. But it's a Nissan Maxima. Forgotten model of Nissan. Don't see those anymore. And look at this. This is, I don't know. This is like a in-your-face hearse. I mean, it's gold, black, luxurious, and weird. Kind of creepy. This is a 1995 Nissan Safari hearse. Safari is like a SUV, I believe. This one don't look like an SUV. I mean, of course, it's been turned into a hearse. This would definitely get attention around town. And not only this one, but they have another one, another Safari hearse. Although this one's more in your face with all the gold trim on it. So we got your choice between gold and chrome. Next up, what do we got here? This old vintage right here. I like how it's got the hood latch like that. It's a Ford Deluxe, 1940 Ford Deluxe. Pretty factory original looking inside. And we got another one over here. And another one. Maybe it'll tell us what year this one is. It's also a 1940. It's a Ford Coupe. And here's another Toyota Land Cruiser. This is the old, I guess it's a FJ. They had different little designations for these vehicles. It's a two-door model. See the rear quarter glass wraps around. Let's see if it says what year. This is a 1979 Land Cruiser. '66 Mustang. One of America's most iconic cars. And it's a it's got the fastback roof to it. It's got the trunk back there, but fastback style. Convertible Mustang. And then another Viper, first Viper that I've seen in here. RT10, the classic one that everybody memorizes from back in the day. My buddy Jay, I know you're watching. Here's a Viper for you. This one's a 95 Viper, so this is not the first year. They actually made a TV show. It's kind of short-lived, but the TV show featuring the Dodge Viper. It's a Datsun 710 station wagon here. 74. Here's another look at that beautiful Viper. And we got a lowrider in here. Old Continental, Lincoln Continental. 1978. I think we got a Pantera coming up. And not the band, but the car. European Ford, basically. You can see the engine's not up front here. This one is a 1973 De Tomaso Pantera. And it's got a gated shifter. The engine would be in the back. Pretty sure it had a Ford V8 in this one. Yep, powered by Ford. Looks like we got a Maybach in here. I don't know how much they want for these things, but these were like uber luxurious, uber expensive, like something to do with Mercedes. It looks a lot like a Mercedes. You see, it's a Maybach or Maybach. Some people will pronounce it differently, I think. The ultimate symbol of luxury, I guess. Here we got the rally car version of the Pajero, the Evolution, the Evo. JDM, of course. 1992. See, it's a two-door. And like I showed you earlier in this video, there was a Mitsuka that was a retro-styled Pajero. So this is what a Pajero looks like, although this is a rally version, so a bit more racy. And what we got? We got a Datsun pickup truck right here. These old Datsun pickup trucks kind of remind me of the old Ford Courier, although I think the Datsun pickup truck's probably more common than the Ford Couriers. And we've got, looks like some Toyota Centuries coming up, a bunch of them. So you got your choice on these cars. Let's take a look at this one here. This one's a little bit different. It's a Crown. This one is a 1980 Crown Toyota, four-door. Old school Lincoln. It's got a 460 in it. That's a big motor right there. Big hefty motor. Yep, there is plenty of Toyota Centuries to choose from. Mitsubishi wagon, VR4. The sticker's all faded on this one, but lignum, whatever you call it. It's like in front, it's like the Diamante or the Galan or something like that. Styling. And here we got the classic Pontiac, the Pontiac version of the famous Chevy, the Tri-5 era, like the Bel Air and 210 and whatnot. I really love the hood ornament on these things. It's like an airplane that transforms into an Indian head in the front. Got Boyd Coddington rims, fuzzy dice. You see those 55 to 57 Chevys all the time at the car shows, but these are kind of a rare treat. And they're the same time period, same body style basically, but given the Pontiac treatment, so it looks a lot different. We got a Mazda here. It's a Mazda of a different variety. This one is a 76 Mazda Cosmo. You can see these kind of dollies, what do they call them? Something like grandma would knit over the headrests on the seats. And another British Mini Cooper. And here we got the old school Monte Carlo SS, the G body, maroon interior. Quite common in my high school days. 300 ZX, 1988. And overall, similar shape to those Toyota Supras from the same era. And more Honda NSXs. I don't remember, like I said, last time I was here, there was an Acura NSX as well as the Honda NSX. These are all right-hand drive ones. And another Toyota Classic, so you got 3 to choose from here, and they're all the same color. I think they all came that same color. And then we got a was it Honda Acti, I think. A little Honda van. Yep, an Acti. 4-wheel drive little van. It's pretty tall, even though it's little, it's pretty tall. You got room to pile your stuff high up in it. And then we got this little Subaru 360. I like how it's got the little donut in the front here. This one here is 1968. So this is on par with my Mazda Carol, it's 69. And they had about the same size motor. Although these Subarus here, this one should be a 2-stroke motor. My Mazda Carol is a 4-stroke. But they're roughly, I think, the same size motor. Hence the 360, designating the cc's of it. There's a forklift. Obviously, they use those around here. But anyway, in between these forklifts, this is a Mitsuka. Let's see if I can walk around and because this looks like a lot like the Lotus Super 7 or the Caterham Super 7. This is a 1996 Mitsuka 01. So, looks like what they patterned it off after is the Lotus Super 7. Didn't know such a thing existed. And now it's time to get some Sunny D, walk outside, see what they got sitting outside here. Well, look, we got a monster truck, looks like a Mitsubishi Delica over there. Got a snorkel kit. Flat tires. So some of these things they're probably going to be working on or something, fixing them up to sell, or maybe they're selling them at, you know, a price that'll get you to buy them. I don't know what all the deal is with some of these things, but they obviously got a ton of vehicles. This is one of those Daihatsu midgets. Are these all for sale out here?
Most of these are waiting on parts.
Oh, waiting on parts? So these are like fixer-upper things?
I'm sorry?
Fixer-uppers and projects?
Just waiting on parts.
Okay.
It'll be retail eventually. That's for sale. The midgets.
Okay. Tacoma. Looks like we got another Evo. Vajero Evo. Honda, I don't even know what kind of Honda this is. Odd looking one. There's a Figaro out here in the wild. RAV4. Another Figaro. Look at this. Mini trucks all over the place. Another Figaro. All kinds of different, look like these are mostly Suzukis. There's a Honda. All kinds of mini K trucks for you to choose from. So you got a farm, something like that. These come in handy. There's even, what we got here? I don't even know what brand that is. There's a Hi-Jet. Poppy's Gray Figaro. We got a Toyota mini truck. This one's already sold. This is what, a Mazda Lannis? Or no, Nissan. I was thinking it was a Mazda. Nissan Sunny NX, 1992. Now, when I was first here, they had like a whole row of fire trucks over there. I see one in the corner that way. Toyotas. The Prado. Zuzu V-Across. That's a rare one. Had this plastic cladding all along the bottom edge here. And even had a Iron Man edition, the Zuzu V-Across. So this one, I don't see anything saying it's an Iron Man edition, so I guess it's not that edition, but they were not made very long, those V-Acrosses. Kind of a collectible SUV. Mercedes. Some stuff over here. Old Wagoneer. Astro van. We got a G-Wagon. Oh look, there's a AutoZam AZ1 out here with all the grass growing up. I'm getting a little tongue-tied there. Figaro. Toyota Century, a black Figaro. Not a factory color there. It's like it's a limousine, Toyota Century limousine. It's got that chicken emblem on it. Go over that way in a second. Look at all this stuff here. They got a couple of hearses back here. Another limousine. Another Figaro, Mini Cooper. Looks like an old Datsun. Yeah, Bluebird. Datsun Bluebirds. Cobwebs growing. Or spider webs out here. And there is in the back corner, however creepy you want to see it, it's a whole collection of hearses right here. The back corner. Those oddball Toyotas. And I saw a like a sunset orange over here, Mini Cooper. Look at that thing. That's pretty cool looking. There's a Chevy Lumina. Another one of those Subaru 360s. Got another monster truck, Mitsubishi Delica. That'd be cool to go mudding in. We got a smart car out here. We got those Japanese version Toyota Previas. We call them the Estemas. I remember when I worked at an oil change, you had to take, I think you moved the passenger seat out of the way, and that's how you got to the engine to change the oil. We got a mini fire truck over there. Another Isuzu V across. Some more Delicas. Look at this. Unique Japanese fire trucks. They don't have anything more like what I got. I got a Datsun DMD-21 fire truck. So they look more like a pickup truck that's been converted to a fire truck. This one's a one here is a Toyota Hiace. Now my fire truck has that same symbol there, so I don't know if that symbol was like Japanese universal for any fire department, or if it's region specific or what have you. Got a Celica right here, sitting out in the wild. Some Hummers. Look at the exhaust pipes on this Hummer right here. This is Stagia. Yep, 97. Got the Astro vans out here. Some more Stagias. Lincoln Navigator. Here we go. Here's a Toyota Supra. We got one sitting out in the wild. Cut through here. One of those Sprinter vans. The Hatsu High Jet fire truck. Got another Wagoneer down the way. Plenty of vans out here. Daytona truck. Dodge Ram Daytona. Toyota Excelsior. Subaru. I think that's pretty much everything. Yep. And right over here is a car you got to take a look at. I was not expecting to find this out here. This is the model before the Mazda Carol. This is the R360. Now the Mazda Carol that I own is known as the P360. And I've seen one of these, I know Lane Motor Museum has an R360. So it's probably the second one I've ever seen. As you can see, it's been rough around the edges, but this one here is it's a very rare car, a little K car. As you can kind of make out, R360 coupe. It's got somewhat of a different design, but probably size-wise, overall similar size to my Carol. but it's just so cool. I had to feature it right here. I had a couple of vehicles out here too. Volkswagen Beetle and an Aztec. How many times do you see an Aztec? But this little R360, it's got like the same kind of, or similar hubcaps to mine. It's got that Mazda logo embedded in it. And this one doesn't have back seats in it. Like, I don't think those are back seats like my Carol. So the Carol's a little bit roomier. It's so cool to have a R360 out here. Well, pals, that is a wrap for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the full inventory tour. I mean, it is a lot to take in. Believe me, you'll spend hours and upon hours of time out here. And I mean, hey, if you bring your girlfriend or wife out here, they got cute cars, little small cars like the Nissan Figaro and stuff. So maybe you can keep her entertained. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, and hype this video for more cool videos about cars, cars for sale, car shows, anything automotive, anything random too. Of course, there's a lot of random cars at this place. But until next episode, don't worry, be random. Remember, ring that bell.